Ho ho! Hi.
Hey, buddy.
Look at, got a truck. I promised I would show it. Ooh.
Yeah!
Is that turbo?
It is. Twin turbos.
Look how much snow. I know it doesn't even show on camera. But we got dumped on, like I told you guys. I'm gonna take a ripski in the new truck. Toy. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's gonna be fun.
Oh, all the snow. Look at You guys don't know this, but this is halfway up me right here. And they're freaking huge snowflakes coming down. Oh, Jesus, got one in the mouth. All right. In we go. To the new truck. On the inside.
It's nice.
This thing is so nice. 2017 EcoBoost. This has the bigger motor.
3.5 liter twin turbo V6. 425 horse and 475 torque.
This thing actually do tow really well. Like versus my 1500 that I had, and Omar when he came up, their EcoBoost. That thing towed.
Coming up behind us too.
Nah, that's next door neighbor.
Oh, okay.
His EcoBoost, I didn't feel the trailer near as much as my 1500, so I'm pretty excited for you to be able to tow with this thing.
So from what I was reading up, it'll tow 12,200 pounds, and it'll haul in the bed like 2,300.
That's pretty good.
So
Dude, this thing's so nice. We're gonna say it's 2017, 50,000 miles, one owner, super clean, black on black, and cloth seats, which I'm kind of jealous about. I know Denali, but
cloth with the
I love cloth, and he has heated
still
seats.
Heated.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, it's yelling at me.
Seatbelt.
Here, gotta get my safety on. Damn, these snowflakes are huge. Holy crap! I wonder if it's picking it up. Well, we're not gonna enjoy our test drive in here because I haven't rode in here yet. What is this? 2 friends in a row, actually 3 if you include Alex, got new cars today. Here's Josh's new Duramax. Woo! Oh, I got no window. Let me end this thing. How about that? Oh, what's up, guy?
Oh, snap.
Oh,
what's
what
up?
you got here?
Oh,
An old Dirty Max, huh?
old Dirty Max.
Woo! We're twinning.
Twinning up.
Excited or what?
Yeah, man.
Don't know.
Need some tires.
Yeah, is it all over?
Yeah.
Well, that's just an excuse to get some wheels.
That's right. That's what's coming.
Ooh.
Wheels, tires, combo.
Don't know how much you guys see because it's pretty dark.
Yeah.
So you guys are probably gonna have to check this out another day. But Travis came by earlier with his new truck.
Yeah.
We gotta check that out. We gotta check out Josh's. This thing's nice. But probably too dark, so I'll catch you guys up later.
It's still dark.
Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the channel. As you guys saw there, we had a bunch of snow. Travis got a new truck. Josh got a new truck. I have my new truck. So we are all getting ready for the upcoming race season so we can tow our new race cars that you guys have seen. Now, those of you just tuning in the channel, I definitely suggest taking a look at what we've been building. I know it's been hard to kind of give you guys updates since the car was at fabrication for about 2 to 3 months. So now that it is back at home, we do need to start getting this thing going for the race season. And the first thing that I talked about before was getting it all one color, because obviously we have our blue fender on that car onto here. So one thing that's going to be involved today is getting the panels off that are going to get painted. So obviously that's going to be this fender. Since we have our hole in our hood there, we have a new OEM hood for it. So as you see here, that is what used to be there. This hood is just going to go into storage, and we will be keeping the OEM scoop that you can see has been deleted on this car. That will be staying on it. It'll be just like normal. So we don't have to worry too much about the hood, but we do need this fender, and we aren't going to paint the bumper because the bumper is in good condition. It's just obviously these panels. So I need to drill out these little rivets out of here to get these panels off to get painted. That one is still wrapped, so we're going to be getting that one off of there. We just got to go ahead and pull the vinyl wrap off of that bottom panel. We can get to that. And this fender has a couple little dings in it, so we are going to fix those couple dings right here. So I need to pull off the clear bra that's from the factory right here, and then these couple dings are going to get fixed in that fender, and we are going to get the same one color, guys. So that's going to be step 1 today, is getting all the vinyl off the car and clear bra, so that way we can get these panels pulled off of the car First thing, obviously, with getting that off is at least it's mounted right now. So we can use the heat gun to get that vinyl off of there, and then we can start drilling out our spot welds. We are going to have to begin taking the engine out of the car, because as most of you know, this will not be the motor that's going to be racing this year. This was the mock-up motor. So everything's just kind of laid in here for fabrication purposes and getting built. So we need to pull this all apart, pull the transmission out, because we do have a new transmission for the car. I haven't told you guys about it yet, but we do. So we need to get that out and get that thing ready to be shipped off. We do need to pull this downpipe off of here so that we can get this fender off. We obviously are going to have to drill these spot welds out to get this panel off of there so that it can get painted. So a lot to do. It's definitely just been cold out. Like I said, it is winter, and it's not too enjoyable when it's teens to 30 degrees out, guys. So definitely hasn't been the most enjoyable. As you guys see in the background, there is a GR that you guys want. If I'm wanting to see, I've been working on in the background. This car is in for some head gasket work, so that thing's ready to go. But as you saw, we had a ton of snow, so snow is melting. First real decent day we've had in a while. It's nice and sunny out, but doesn't mean it's very warm out. So I'm gonna get started on this thing, get as far as we can today. You guys can see in the background, I need to put the truck tires away. Those things are freaking heavy, so need to go ahead and put those away, a little bit heavier than I'm used to, and get to work on this thing.
Say like give me my pressure. Got my dogs in the rear acting reckless. Got a whole lot of shit on my checklist. Yeah, under pressure. Under pressure. When I'm speaking to my God, that's for lectures. When the bank account on zero, desperate measures. Yeah, under pressure.
Now that we got that lower vinyl off of that lower balance piece there, I went ahead and picked up another set of drill bits since mine seemed to have wandered off. So I got these. We're gonna start getting those all drilled out. That way we can start getting this thing to paint.
I did my part, you shady. I show them love, they hate me. No grudges, I won't hate me. I'm on a mission, baby. They do it for the ratings, but this is vision. Under pressure. Got my dogs in the rear acting reckless. Got a whole lot of shit on my checklist. Yeah, under pressure. Under pressure. When I'm speaking to my God, that's for lectures. When the bank account on zero, desperate measures. Yeah, under pressure. Don't lie to me, lie to me. I got the spot and they gon' follow me. I ask for truth and some loyalty, but it means under pressure. Got my dogs in the rear acting reckless. Got a whole lot of shit on my checklist. Yeah, under pressure. Under pressure. When I'm speaking to my God, that's for lectures. When the bank account on zero, desperate measures. Yeah, under pressure. Yeah, under pressure. Yeah, I'm under pressure. Under pressure. Under Under pressure, got my dogs in the rear acting reckless. Got a whole lot of shit on my checklist. Yeah, under pressure. Under pressure, when I'm speaking to my God, that's for lectures. When the bank account on zero, desperate measures.
Well guys, this is how it looks without all the panels on the car. I have those sitting over to the side here. It is pretty windy, so I'm sorry if you hear some wind noise. It does look pretty bare without having those on there. I do really like the look that it was going for. Some of the things I don't like with getting those off is I would like to clean up some of this down there, because you can tell, I mean, it was cut, but Looks like it was pretty rushed. So not that anyone will ever see this, it's just me being picky. So I'd like to clean up some of the cuts there, and clean up in here as well. You can see this is that bar that protects the fuel cell. And without having the lower balance piece on there, you can tell that some of this, I mean, if you're looking at it, you can kind of see the bar right there. Not really terrible, but something you can definitely see down there. And without having the covers, obviously it doesn't cover 100% here because those come up to there. So kind of nice having those there. Obviously this bumper is pretty much, I guess, junk if you want to call it that, because it has so many rivet holes in it from holding that on, but that's the point of it. It is a race car. Not really meant to be 100% show car, but you guys know I am pretty picky with cars and I want it to look as clean as I can make it. So we are going to get those panels paint matched to the car. Now with getting moved on here, I think we're just going to leave that fender over there. There really isn't enough damage on it to really justify taking it into paint. I mean, yes, there's a little ding there, but I think we can go ahead and tackle that later, because to make this car 100% perfect like I would want to, I mean, like we have light scratches here and a couple other light scratches just from sitting, guys. I mean, that's just what happens, unfortunately, sometimes with cars when they're in tight spaces. So I don't think it's really a necessity to go ahead and make it a show car or go down that road right this moment. At least we can definitely do that at any point in time. So I think we're going to focus on the new hood, that fender, and getting those panels paint matched. So with that being said, now that I went ahead and tested out our drill bit on there, which worked perfect for getting those out, I do feel more comfortable drilling these out, because obviously I don't want to damage this beauty ring here. So now I feel a little bit more, you know, experienced of it. I can go ahead and tackle these, get this piece off of here, and then we can be able to paint this fender. So I do still need to pull the driver's side fender anyways, because he's going to use that to paint match to the car, because unfortunately we're not going to take the whole car there. But Hyper Blue, its fender got paint matched before, no problem. So I'm sure it will have the same luck with this thing. And like I said, later on we could go down the show car route of making it 100% perfect. So I'm still going to pull this fender off. There's wire harness I can put in the car anyways, because there's no wire harness at all in the car. So I'm going to need the whole front end off the car regardless. So I'm going to go ahead, get that tackled. Like I said, today is going to be all about working on the race car, trying to make it to where it's not jumping around a bunch for you guys. But there's a lot of different work to be done on the car, and I do really want to clean up the bumper, but I don't think today is going to be the day to do it. I can definitely do that at any point in time. So I'm just going to go ahead, take this front bumper off here, put it down into storage right now, and we are probably going to pull the hood off here all the way as well, because there's no reason to have it on the car. So we're going to get that pulled off, because we need to take everything out of this engine bay and paint it. Because if you guys obviously know that this car doesn't have, let me open that back up, it doesn't have a front end on the car. So if you look down here, we just have bare steel. So I don't want that to start rusting. So we do need to get that coated, whether it be clear coat or same color as the engine bay. That's what we got to figure out. So gonna go ahead, get started, get this front bumper back off, and start getting this whole front end of this car off the car. Let's just take a moment to enjoy how freaking crazy and good this thing looks. Even without all its body panels on it, guys, this thing looks so good. And now you can see old Turbski over there, which you guys don't normally get to see because I have the headlight in there anymore. Everything looks so good. You guys never got to see the finished product of the fuel cell. Went ahead and they got their badge on there. Looks great. Everything fits really well. Kind of sad that it's coming all apart, but that's part of it, guys. It's got to come apart to go back together. Plus, I'm really excited to get this engine bay literally looking like a show car. I know that's not really the point of the car, but like I said earlier, that's just where I like to go. So we will be sanding this all down and painting it and it's gonna go back the same color of the car, guys. I'm not doing some weird color, but just going back the same color of the car, make everything look the way it should. And we're obviously making progress here. I got the hood off, I got the front bumper off, the headlights out. We are ready to get these fenders off the car. Before I get that one off, I am gonna get the trim plate off of there, and I'm kind of, like I said, nervous about getting that off just because I don't want to mess that up. So I just need to go ahead and drill those out, get that trim plate off of there so we can get it ready for paint, and then we can get this fender removed off the car. So I'm gonna go ahead, just do it now, get it done with, and then we can continue. In the meantime, I'm getting this fender all drilled out, and I am making progress. Obviously, saw me put some tape on there so nothing goes in there. Then Colton showed up. Woo! Started getting some of this stuff off so he can take it in. Start getting this paint mixed up.
Man, it's going good.
I'm gonna get this fender ripped off real quick while he's here because I know he's trying to go into work, and then we're gonna go back to tackling on that side, which hasn't been fun. So Colton left. I took that driver's side fender all the way off, so we are completely clear over here. And I have been drilling out over here, and it looks like I got the last one off of here. So we are ready to pull this guy off, which maybe I'll be able to do one-handed. Maybe. It's close. There we go. Wow, that's been on there since she was new, guys, so definitely gonna need a good clean there. And I need to get the rest of the rivets out of there so this thing's ready for paint. But now I can get this fender pulled off, pull those off of there, and this thing is all stripped in the front, and we can move on to the more mechanical stuff. Now that we got that fender all taken care of and got that off, sat to the side over there, I got the old rivets out of it completely. That thing is ready to go to paint. We can focus more on the mechanical side of things, and that brings us up to the next thing that we need to do, and that's take off this huge intercooler, guys. So we have two connections, alpha locks here, we have one there, and then we're gonna go ahead and have one on the other side right there. These don't have O-rings in them yet, so they're gonna be pretty easy to get off. And then we have two bolts onto our throttle body we're going to take off. So let's go ahead, get at it. As you guys can see, the thing is coming further and further apart, and you get to see some of the artwork that went behind creating all this in Fab. Big shout out to Ranchbuilt for making sure that this thing fits as well it does, and everything works the way it should be, and very easy to work on as well. So big shout out to them. Super happy of how this is coming apart. Very easy to work on, like I said, and that's kind of the gist of the car. You know, obviously we have to do maintenance, so we want this thing to be easy to work on. So now the only things that are left, now we got that all taken apart, is we can start getting the turbo kit off of the car, and then from there we can get the motor pulled out of the car. So the nice thing for maintenance work, obviously we wouldn't have to go to this extent. This stuff would never come off really anymore after we get it painted and situated. Turbo kit's obviously bolted to the frame of the car, so we don't really ever have to remove it. As you can tell there, it's actually mounted, if I can speak, to the frame, and the frame is, and the turbo is over far enough that we can just take out the 3 bolts in our header there, drop the header, motor can come out. So super easy to work on. Right now, obviously it's just a little bit harder to work on because we're having to take apart something that we wouldn't normally. So let's keep on going. I think the next step is going to be to get this thing up in the air, so that way we can get to the stuff underneath the car, and then we can get this engine out of here. Definitely out of breath after that. That thing definitely is not light, but we got the whole turbo kit out of here. Everything's off the car. We are now ready to pull this motor out, and obviously that's something gonna be really easy in this car. There is only 4 bolts holding this motor in from when we went to Fab, so it's gonna be really easy. Man, I'm out of breath. Whew. So you're gonna get the cherry picker out here, get this motor out. Then the only thing left in the car that we do need to take out will be the transmission, and from there we're pretty much ready to start sanding and get this thing ready for paint. There we have it. Motor is out of the car. We're left with a really bare chassis that we will be able to finally get ready to paint. Motor's up here getting ready to go on the engine stand so we can start tearing this thing down. And something I always do, some of you guys may or may not like it, but I write on the back of my blocks, this one, 8s or bust for the wife. And that was on 10/22 of 19, guys. This thing's been going for over a year. It gave us our 8-second pass that we wanted. Couldn't ask anything more for it. Short block, doesn't have any issues with it. The head obviously does, because that lifter failed, locked that cam up, sent it out the head. So obviously we have some issues there, but really happy with how this engine worked. Everything that we are testing is working well. So I'm gonna get this thing onto the engine stand, and that's probably gonna wrap it up for tonight, because we are just about where we need to be. The only thing left I need to do, I want to get that transmission out of here, because like I said, we need to get that thing shipped off. So that's the only thing left, and then we can start prepping this engine bay to get it looking so much better and get a lot of this bare metal covered with some paint, so that way it doesn't begin rusting like you see a lot of the cages in cars. This one, for example, has rust on the cage that we will need to be sanding down and painting. So that's going to be the next task, is tearing the whole interior out of this car. Hopefully that means I can keep bringing you guys some more content, so that way we can keep up with our uploads. I know it's been a little bit slow lately with the holidays and the temperatures outside. It just hasn't been fun to be out here working. So I definitely do apologize for that, guys. Hopefully we can get back on track. Like I said, that is going to wrap up the video for today. I hope you guys really do enjoy this. Time-lapse stuff definitely takes quite a while to go ahead and do and edit. So I'm going to start getting this video edited so I can get it up for you guys. And I'll see you guys into the next one.
Living life up in the fast lane. Hey. Living life up in the fast lane. And I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down. Living life up in the fast lane. Pedal to the ground.